Hello world, or the portion of the world that is watching this video at this moment. How are you? How's it going? Good. Good to hear. Unless you're bad, in which case not good. Very, very bad to hear. Unless you're okay, in which it's okay to hear. Alright, so out for a walk with the dog. Say what's up, dog. He has nothing to say to you. Anyway, if you're paying attention or noticed or something like that, you may have noticed that I didn't put up a video yesterday on this channel, and that's cool. Actually, I did record a video. What happened was it was like 2 in the morning, and I was taking a break from editing a Japanarchist video, and that I'm working hard on all week, working hard to bring you humor and whatnot. So working hard on that, and I thought, hey, I'll take a break and record a little sunny something. And so I did that. But you got to remember the front camera, the iPhone there, it has 2 cameras, front camera and back camera. It's best to point the camera you're using at you. So I recorded a whole video with it pointing away from me. So while I was sitting on my sofa, comfortably sitting on my sofa at home, and talking trash, I recorded a video of my turned off TV and coffee table while I talk trash. So I decided not to upload it because you want this, right? Huh? But I'm actually kind of happy because it's not a big deal either way. But I'm actually kind of happy because it takes a little bit of the pressure off to, produce a video every day. So I think I've got seven days straight, a video every day, and it's nice to, like, okay, I don't have to keep that thing going. It's not a thing anymore. Like I blew it. So what are you doing, boy? So I may or may not have a video for you every day, and if I do, also so that's that. It also makes me think of something. I say this, like sometimes the things that go wrong in your life can be really good, especially if you're doing creative stuff. I find the mistakes I make oftentimes make whatever I'm making better, or I use those mistakes to make things more enjoyable. Come here, buddy. So what am I trying to say? Like, sometimes, of course, when you're making stuff, it doesn't always work out the way you want it, but sometimes it's what you should do. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but what I think I'm trying to say is what you should do with those things is, make lemonade. You take those things and just kind of use them. I often find that oftentimes the problem is the solution. This is a little, I don't know, it's a little my advice to you. Think of the problem as the solution. And I'll probably go into this more. This is like I've written a whole thesis on this in my mind. But basically the problem is the solution. And so if you can take your problem and use it to your advantage, to make whatever you're making better and more creative, just for example, I'll just set a quick example. Well, 2 examples. First is Star Wars, because that's been on my mind lately. Star Wars. I mean, imagine if George Lucas was able to do everything he wanted to in the original trilogy, like he did in the sequels. I mean, right? if he would have been able to do everything he wanted to do in the original Star Wars, there'd only be one movie. That's just a fact, according to me. So there. Yeah. Also, last night on TV, what was on? The Bridges of Madison County. And if you haven't seen this, like, Meryl Streep's the bomb, best actress ever, duh. And Clint Eastwood is the coolest guy to ever live in my lifetime, this century. So, anyway, there's a great scene in there, and it's a really long cut. I think he goes 3 or 4 minutes without cutting at all, and it's just them kind of talking by candlelight. And you could see during the scene there's like bugs flying around. You know, they're in the country in Iowa, and their bug will land on her shoulder, and she'll kind of brush it off during this like amazing dramatic scene. And there's food on the table, and there's like flies on the chair. You know, it's not disgusting, but there's a few bugs in there, and I think a more controlling director would have said, hey, you know, cut, let's get some bug spray or I don't know, whatever. But Clint, obviously, he had to have seen them and noticed that they were in there and thought, you know what, that's where they live, and that's part of the scene, and it adds a little bit of reality and charm to the film. So I think, so in that case, you know, he took this problem with, you know, having flies on the set and used it, and the problem was the flies, but the solution was the flies, in that it makes a more realistic or charming, or, you know, what have you. It adds something to the final product. So that'd be my advice to you. I mean, that's a philosophy I live by a lot, is take the problems, make them yours, make them not problems, make them the solution to the problem at hand. Anyway, that's all I'll get into that for today. Thank you for joining me. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Hope to see you again. I will be around. Say goodbye, Herc. Nothing to say to you.